the body.
Oh, left uppercut. Down goes Martin. Mamma mia! 6, 7. It's when Tank Davis scripts this stuff.
You can almost feel it
he stunned Martin with that left.
Yeah, the left uppercut. Now his hands are down. Now he's defenseless. Right there. But Martin should have known better than to be on the...
Oh! Frank done! He's done! Frank is done! Frank is done! He's done! Frank is done! It's over! It's over after 8! Oh my Lord! Frank is done! Oh my God! Bro, I told y'all Frank have to get out the corner! Yo! Oh! Tank Day! Tank Day! Night night! He said I ain't skipped the beat. Night night! Frank! Night night! Frank! Bro, he put Frank down on his... He was literally laid flat like these. The crazy part is Gervonta knew it was over. He went and jumped on the rope celebrating. But look at this slow motion. He was already asleep. He was, bruh. They don't call him Tank for no reason, bruh.
It was yet another masterclass from Gervonta Tank Davis as he made a stunning return to the boxing ring with a brutal knockout victory over Frank Martin. The boxing world picked Tank as the overwhelming favorite to win this fight. And he didn't disappoint, demolishing the Ghost in the 8th round. After the longest layoff of his professional career, Tank reminded the boxing world of the undefeated Southpaw's one-punch power against Martin at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Davis retained his WBA lightweight title with a left uppercut, followed by a straight left that sent Martin into the ropes and onto the canvas for good. The Baltimore native won his 4th consecutive fight via knockout after practically conceding 5 of the first 6 rounds in order to gather data on his opponent before ending another bout in resounding fashion. Entering the 7th round, Martin held a 37-31 edge in power punches, according to CompuBox statistics. But Davis turned that margin around drastically by landing 19 power punches to 11 for Martin. That round was a prelude to the vicious finale for Davis, who stalked Martin into the corner and began unloading at will. A clean left stunned Martin, and Davis unleashed another that left no doubt and drew cheers from the crowd of over 13,000. Tank, who had his right cheek swollen and red from absorbing blows from Martin in the early rounds, shared his reaction immediately after the fight.
I'm supposed to say something first? Thank everybody for coming out. Great event. Everybody that played a part of this event, I appreciate you guys. Once again, we did it again. On to the next.
Tank also talked about how he approached the fight against Martin. He acknowledged Martin for his resistance during the early rounds, but stated that it was easy to break him down.
Honestly, it's always a matter of time with you when you're going to land that knockout punch. How did you size him up, and what did you do to get to that moment where you ended the fight?
I just had to get in the right range. You know what I mean? I was fighting my range out. He had a decent jab. He was moving a lot. You know what I mean? Just had to break him down as the fight was going on.
Tank went on to talk about the mistakes Martin made during the fight. He stated that although Martin threw plenty of punches in the early rounds, they failed to connect. He also mentioned that his entire game plan was to tire Martin out by letting him throw plenty of punches in the early rounds and get a significant advantage in the later rounds to ensure that he lands a powerful punch to knock out Martin. Tank also acknowledged Martin as a great fighter.
A lot of people thought early on in the fight, as sometimes is the case with you, that you start a little slowly and that a lot of people had him winning early on. How did you feel like you were doing? Did you think he was doing anything to win rounds and you figured it was a matter of time before your power came out?
Oh, my bad. I mean, he definitely was, throwing more punches than our beginning of the rounds. And my whole thing was to, you know what I mean, let him tire himself out. I don't think he was connecting a lot of them shots, but he was definitely like touching my gloves and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I knew he was going to tire himself out. That was the whole game plan.
And on the last shot, the left hand is one of the most brutal left hands I've seen, maybe like ever. That was a very impressive shot. Did you feel like that? He seemed like he was really badly hurt with the shot before that. Did you figure that when you landed that shot, because you ran to the corner post to, you know, start to get in position to do your flip, I think before the referee even finished counting the 10.
Yeah, I knew the way he felt like he wasn't getting back up, because he hit his head, you know what I mean, on the mat, you know what I mean. So overall, he's a great fighter.
Gervonta, do you think, you know, you get so much notoriety for your power, but your smarts in the ring people don't talk about a lot, and it seemed like, you know, guys get into patterns and you find that and you break it down, and you seem like you're the smarter fighter a lot of times at the end of the day, but people don't give you credit for that. Do you agree with that, A, and B, do you think it's frustrating to, you know, hear about your power but not hear about how smart you are in the ring?
It's been going on for my whole pro career, so it's okay. It's really like, you know, people can play, smart people can play dumb, but dumb people can't play smart. You know what I mean? So it goes like that.
The boxing world is eager to see Tank make some big fights after this impressive victory, and he expressed the same during the post-fight presser. Have a look at what Tank had to say about a future fight against Vasily Lomachenko.
Great fighters that you can take on next, including maybe Lomachenko. Interested in that fight? November,
for sure.
Talked about?
Yeah, for sure. As long as we go back to the drawing board, and I wanted to fight all of them.
Thank you so much. Congrats.
Thanks, Ray.
I want to fight all of them, was Tank's confident reply to possible high-profile fights. One notable name that has been floating around is a potential rematch with Ryan Garcia at 140 pounds. Tank had expressed interest in the rematch, and he was spotted with Kingry immediately after knocking out Martin. Another potential contender for Tank's next fight is Shakur Stevenson. Tank was asked about how a fight between him and Shakur would go, and this is how he responded.
I wonder, you know, Shakur is a quick boxer, a good guy, but do you think he would engage you enough that make it an entertaining fight? Or if you fought him, do you feel like it would be a bad fight because you'd be chasing him all night?
You know how it would go. Everybody in this room would know how it would go. You know what I mean? But I guess it'd be good for the sport if we fight now or later.
Tank grabbed the spotlight once again with this victory. As for Frank Martin, it was a disappointing night. However, he didn't seem too dejected after the loss and expressed his interest in making a return to the ring.
Garden Arena. Want to thank our fine promoters for tonight's event, GTD Promotions, along with TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and Manda Promotions. And we will be right back to hear from the champion in Gervonta, Tank Davis.
Yeah, I mean, if I did, you know, that's a blessing. You know, if I did, you know, I probably lost some fans. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna come back, get better. You know, and just keep going.
I'm going to counter that, Frank. I'll be honest. I think you gained more fans because when I was sitting there and talking to the crowd, they were like, "Man, Frank went in there. He fought." Because, you know, there's times like you said you were on the ropes and you're still fighting. You're not, you know, backing. Any, you know, yeah, I know you don't think any names right now. What's next right now? At the moment, besides a good little vacation, get some barbecue back in Dallas.
His promoter, Errol Spence, also shared his thoughts on the fight. He expressed that Martin has the potential to bounce back and hinted that a potential fight against Rolly Romero could be on the cards. Spence Jr. was also all praise for Tank after the victory, as he acknowledged how his superior skills and talent. He also shared his thoughts on Tank's potential fight against Vasily Lomachenko, scheduled for November.
I thought he was doing great. Tank just showed his experience and basically just rolled in the sleep. You you know, hit him with the big shot and got him out there. Just Tank dude set traps and, catching, especially late.
What would have been kind of a better game plan as Frank up there, not to be on the ropes? Would you just say kind of boxing you like he was doing in the early round?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, he's just a little lax and, he got caught. He should have boxed a little bit more, but, things happen. You got to learn from it.
How good is Gervonta
Super good. Super good. Tank, good at setting traps. Has crazy power that he believes in. He has a great chin too because he's a guy, he'll let you get out punches and he'll still be coming at you. And then once he catches you, it's a wrap.
You want Shakur?
Oh yeah, super proud, man. He face Tank in the game. He's face a guy like Tank who's gonna keep coming, and if you feel like you don't have enough power, he'll keep coming and show you that you ain't got no power, and then or you see like he did and catch you with big shots and then knock you out.
Did you get a chance to speak to Tank after and congratulate him? Did you get a chance to speak to Tank?
Sure.
Hey, Earl,
you once mentioned that you wanted to see Frank fight Rolly. Is that like a bounce back fight you might want to see in Tank?
Yeah.
Hey, Earl, you think we'll bounce back after yesterday's win with the Dallas Mavericks? You think we'll bounce back? I know there's a side question on this, man.
Yeah.
Or do you think Boston itself win? Lose?
Oh, you talking about basketball?
Yeah.
You said we'll bounce back?
Yeah, you think we'll bounce back after the 3-1?
I mean, nobody ever done it before, but it's always the first time for everything. I don't know if we're gonna bounce back like that.
Errol, let's go back to boxing. Errol, what was the first words you told Frank in the corner after the loss? What did you tell him?
Hold his head up. It's a learning experience. You just bounce back from it. It's about how you come back and how you show people that that it happened young in your career, and something you got to learn for and bounce back from.
Earl, the rumor is that Loma and Tank might be set up for November. Just stylistically, what does that fight look like?
I see Tank win. I think Loma slow down a lot, but I see Tank probably catch on a big shot.
Earl, what weight do you think Tank's power can carry up to? He made 135 easy, but do you see him fighting at 140 or even 147 one day?
Yeah, 140 for sure. Maybe 47. Just depending on the opponent, because he kind of short, but his power, he can go as high as he wants to.
But let's also look at the reactions from the boxing world.
What do you think about Tank's performance tonight?
Freaking amazing, man. He's the best.
How exciting is it to see a guy like Tank Davis land the kind of punches that he landed tonight?
He's amazing. He's an amazing boxer. He's just really amazing boxer.
1, 2, 3, right here. Mr. Davis, I got you. I'm here. I got you. Thank you.
Would you like to have Tank fight at the Raiders Stadium?
What's that now?
Just let it roll. How about Tank fighting at the Raiders Stadium?
Love it. Would love it.
You love it.
I would love it.
Outstanding.
That's exactly right.
The escalator just stopped. Right there. Mr. Davis right here.
What's that? He's the best. He is. There's no question.
How do you think Gervonta Davis does versus Shakur Stevenson? And
I have no idea. I just think he's a winner. He's a champion.
Fights that you want to see, huh?
1, 2, 3. I didn't get to get one. I was the one waiting for you.
What did you think about Tank Davis' 8-round knockout over Frank Martin?
I predicted it.
Frank Martin.
I predicted these guys. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of seemed like, and shout out to Frank, but it kind of seemed like from watching Frank previous fights, it kind of seemed like Frank was a front runner, bro. Probably like 12, bro. Yeah. Probably so, yeah.
Talk to us about it. Hey, talk to us about Frank Martin made a good account for himself for all intents and purposes until he didn't. 8th round, couldn't caught up with him and just cold knocked him out. What was your reaction to the big KO by Tank?
I mean, you can't really say the KO was predictable, but the way the fight was gonna go was kind of predictable to me. You know what I'm saying? Tank like to download that information early, and then once he got it, he's gonna take advantage of it. So I kind of knew the fight was gonna go that way.
So what do you think happens from here? Shakur Stevenson is a name that everybody keeps on bringing up now. I just talked to a couple guys. They say that that's the last guy that they think that can probably beat Tank Davis. What do you think about that?
I'm a fan of both guys. Like whenever they fight and I'm not in season, I go to all their fights. But as far as prediction, I think Tank gonna be a little too much for Shakur. I just think he's gonna be a little bit too much. Man.
Let me tell you something. The way he went after Frank. Let me tell you something, Shakur. You better throw your hands. That's what I know. Oh, and then bam. Oh, dog, the way he hit him, he said, like, brother, whoopie. Oh, don't give him that angle. You see ball. He got a ball hanging out. He's like, brother, I don't care what anybody say. That was a masterful performance because Frank was showing levels. He was moving, wasn't he? Letting his hands go, southpaw, getting away, bam, bam, bam. But Gervonta was like, boom, boom, boom. First with the guard, it reminds me so much of Floyd Mayweather versus Ab Judah. When it was like, what's Floyd doing? Because Floyd usually have the shoulder roll, Philly tail, and Floyd was walking straight like this. That's that shit. Gervonta has arrived. And I'm talking about him by himself. He got Leonard Ellerby by his side, and he's calling the shots.
I think it was a great fight. I think it was a great fight. It was amazing.
Why do you think he was so successful with setting that punch up?
I'm not gonna fight him, man. I slick you though. I slick you though. I slick you though, nigga. I slick you and your partners. I slick all y'all. What the f*** show me your stomach for, nigga?
Alexander, what'd you think about Gervonta? Good fight?
James, we just saw 8-round KO. Tank Davis over Frank Martin in a spirited effort. Talk to us about the fight.
Frank, he tried to fight, but it was unsuccessful. But it is what it is. You saw what happened to him. He got knocked out. He got lights out.
What do you think about the way that Tank was able to break Frank Martin down, leading to his demise? What do you think about the way that he was able to break him down?
He started around one. He started around one.
Do you think that Tank Davis is the face of boxing right now?
Him and Terrence Crawford.
Him and Terrence Crawford.
And look, believe it or not, they're better than his.
What do you think Shakur Stevenson, how do you think Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney does against Tank Davis based on the performance tonight? You say both guys go to sleep. Wow. Wow. Do you think that it looks similar to this fight? That it looks competitive until he catches him?
It's going to be competitive until one of them come on. It's going to be competitive. Trust me. All three are tremendous fighters. But right now, the fight that has the biggest push.
And what did you?
I told everybody Power is gonna beat this too. Y'all know y'all believe me. I think I told everybody after round 8, gonna be round 8.
Were you impressed by the way he stopped you?
Yeah, actually, no, that was a beautiful knockout. I ain't gonna lie, that was a beautiful knockout. That was beautiful.
How did he set it up in your eyes? How'd you see him?
But I mean, them feints were fucking getting him from the beginning, man. I'm telling you, he was over there. He was scared the whole damn time.
Yeah. How'd you think Frank did it?
How would you do with Frank?
There you go, right here.
You think you stopped Frank? I think you stopped Frank in the first round.
What did you think?
Sensational, beautiful knockout. But like I said, I told everybody yesterday, round 8.
I got it.
Everyone can say that shit, round 8.
The road ahead for Tank seems challenging, with many now wanting to see him fight better opponents. But what are your thoughts on Tank's performance? Who do you want to see him fight next? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.